Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix for TNR. This is of course the 8th round due to the fact that we skipped Monaco. And in qualifying we got a provisional pole.
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
It did not last though, of course. And we were up, but this was on the second lap on this particular set of ultras, so I decided to back out and start on fresher ones. We ended up 6th on the grid. Obviously our PB, a 7.5, we were well off that. That would have been pole. Even the pole time from good old WRL would have been enough. But there you go. Sometimes you just can't do anything about it. Disqualification for my teammate early on. That turned out to be very interesting. Had something very much to do with that Renault that went through there, who jumped the start and hell-bent. Chaos, yep, thought that might happen. Thankfully it didn't take us out this time. We've just got 3 cars in front of us. That looks like it might be OP, the Renault, which jumped the start of Hellbent, and Hold Up Man. They're 3 wide, can only end in chaos, and, well, contact at least promotes us to 2nd place. So, apparently starting in the first couple of rows in TNR is a bad option, but starting back in the 3rd row is fine. So, we'll take it, behind Hold Up Man in his Williams. We'll grab a fastest lap. That'll be interesting. Waffles' car was in the middle of the road. Both Hold Up Man and I are taking alternate lines through there, and it allows us to get to the lead. Although it's starting to spit with rain now, and the top 3 have absolutely forged a massive lead over the rest of the field. The lack of grip is allowing a bit of a battle here, and Hold Up Man comes back through to take the lead away from me at turn 1. We've got OP Magic behind us, who started on Super Softs, and of course they will last a lot longer into this wet period, meaning he is probably in the best position of everyone. Try to go around the outside here, but unfortunately we're not left any room. We get a warning for that, so that might come into play later on, but OP comes through to take the lead, and more contact basically for us in this series. It's time to pit for Inters, and Hold Up and I both in fact coming in on the same lap. Cart did in front of us. It's going to be a bit of a worry because he's yet to pit and he's on dry tyres. We'll caution the better part of Valor there, and we go around the outside of him as he enters the pits. Now Hold Up loses the rear and then gathers it and then loses it again. That's going to kill me, and you can see the damage to the front left end plate means that now Prying Stingray, who aside from the fact that he already has an advantage in the wet being on full traction, is now going to scythe past presumably. We defend this corner very well though, yet he makes his own track and corner cuts past me. Don't know how the game didn't pick up on that. Let's have a look at the replay. I pretty much apexed the corner and he has all 4 wheels off the track, at least from my perspective. There's a percentage chance that that may not have occurred on his screen. Either way he comes through. We go back down the inside, a little bit of contact, but there was some space on the outside and I was well past at the point of contact. Back into 2nd, but unfortunately that damage and the fact that there's so much traction through that flip-flap of a corner, I don't know what to call it, it's a fast chicane at least, and the Ferrari comes through. That's the net championship lead at this point as well, since we're equal on points at 100. We haven't given up though, and there's perhaps another opportunity into this corner. I'm very strong into this braking zone for some unknown reason. We might be able to go around the outside if we left some space. No, the customary TNR barge, and we're almost deposited behind the Williams once again. Unfortunately we have to change the wing when it's time to come in for softs, so this may lose us a position to Hold Up Man. We'll have to see. That's a very long stop from Manor, even for changing a wing. And yep, he goes around the outside. I think we actually pitted on the correct lap, but with that extra couple of seconds in the pit stop, we fall behind the Williams once again. So this race would now be for the podium, as the top 2 have forged quite a large lead. OP Magic with a very impressive race. Don't think I could have beaten him on this particular occasion, especially as I'm not particularly strong in the rain. John Dog getting in the way there of perhaps the ideal line for Hold Up Man. He's absolutely there for the taking with DRS down into turn 3, I'd say. For the final podium position, and past we go. If we can keep that, I'd be quite satisfied at my weakest track on the calendar. 10 seconds to Stingray, can we catch up? I mean, we're quicker in the dry. But unfortunately, he had too much time given that wing change and the pace he had in the wet. So we'll come around to claim third position. Hopefully Stingray has some penalties, because we know he likes to cut a couple of corners. Across the line we come, OP wins, second for Stingray, not enough penalties apparently, and I come third. So there you have it, the Austrian Grand Prix is over. Roll on Great Britain. See you guys then.